Hi and welcome everybody to another Games We Game video. I'm Phoenix Leclerc, and if you want to be picky about phonetics and stuff, that would be Pheonix. Anyways, in this video we're going to showcase the Armored Warfare BMPT-72, which is the Tier 9 Terminator. And I will share the build I use for Player-vs-Enviroment, and it's a rate of fire build. Now, before we get into the showcasing of what this baby really can do on the field, let's go through kind of some of the retrofit options, what I have chosen and why. Starting off here on the left, we have the Augmented Breech Lock Mark III. I chose this because this is an autocannon platform that has a pretty big clip, to be honest. Now, one drawback of having a big clip is obviously you need to be exposed a lot in order to shoot the target, in order to get the damage in. This leaves you vulnerable to incoming enemy fire. When you compare that with, let's say, the warrior who unloads all his ammo in like 3 seconds or less, you can just go up, shoot, scoot, and get out of there. You can't really do that with the BMPT-72. So that's why I am going for a rate of fire, which is different from what I normally do, which is normally I go for high alpha damage. Now, I chose the Augmented Breech Lock Mark III simply because it has a almost a 6% boost to rate of fire, and also very importantly, it also improves the minimum accuracy, a larger circle, by 15%. Now, when you are fully zoomed in and you do extended fire with an autocannon, your accuracy is going to suffer. There is a penalty per shot, especially if your aim time is bad, so that you cannot compensate for it. So basically, as you shoot more and more ammo, you're going to see that green reticle, which is basically the cone of fire that you have, the accuracy that you have, will become bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, since for this kit I want to basically go through my clip as fast as possible, I want to get all of those, or most of those shots, of course, on target where I'm aiming. So for me, I chose to really improve the larger circle, because basically the tighter that gets, that's the worst accuracy that I can have, bar none. So that's why I picked it. Moving on here to the other firepower slot, I chose the Gyroscopic Stabilizer Mark III. Again, you see 5.94% rate of fire increase, so now I have almost 12% worth of rate of fire increase. This is basically, call it 11% and some change. Rapid fire, basically improvement to how fast I can go through the clip. This limits my exposure time and of course gets more damage on target quicker. The aim time is also improved by 11.25% here. Now, the aim time is basically a counter for every shot, so that let's say you shoot once and then you receive a accuracy penalty, which is indicated by your green aiming reticle getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And you will notice that if you don't have quick enough aim time, you're going to basically have the aiming reticles circle go bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and eventually you will have to stop shooting because you need to kind of get that focused in on target again. So this aim time helps to counter that effect by basically very quickly recovering between shots. This works very well with the minimum accuracy larger circle here, by basically getting most shots on target in a nice closed circle. Lastly, I run the Intercom System Mark III because that gives me a 7.5% improvement to all my crew stats. Finally, I have the Internal Hull Reinforcement Mark III. It improves my total hit points pool with 11.25%. If you're running PvP or you get ammo racked a lot, you might want to look into reinforced ammo rack or improved spall liner or some such. Alright, moving on to the personnel. I run Freya a lot with this build, simply because we have the anti-material explosion. It's free, it's nice to have. Here we have take aim speed improved by 10%. So here again we are countering the what I like to call blooming effect by having a very fast recovery of the shots. We also have the advantage of having quick swap increased by 20%, so that when we swap between our primary ammo and our missiles, that goes 20% faster. And here we have a full auto boost, salvo rate of fire increased by 10%, which stacks with the retrofits for basically dishing out even more autocannon fire faster. And finally, nice bonus deadly explosives, damage to enemy crew increased by 50% for 60 seconds after destroying an enemy module. Moving on to the crew skills, again we have a smooth ride. Again, I'm working a lot with negating the worst scenario for my accuracy. So when I'm moving, this is improved by 20%, which means that it also improves me whenever I stop to shoot, which I like to do. I don't have to spend those 20% zooming in from being very having the worst accuracy when I'm on the move. This negates that with 20%. Off-road driving, if for some some nice boost to the off-road driving. For my gunner, I have quick draw again, aim speed improved by 10%. Again, this stacks with the other ones, which basically means that I'm countering the effect of the bloom, so to speak, where the aiming reticle gets bigger and bigger per shot. Also, shoot from the hip again stacks with the other one. Again, when the accuracy circle is the largest, it's now 20% less. Basically, all of these stacks does is that even though, let's say, I'm pulling the trigger, I'm doing all weird shit, just really having a bad accuracy, that bad of an accuracy isn't so much of a big of a deal now because I improved it with over 40% already. Let me just verify that so I'm not lying for you with the math. It should be there. As for ammo, I go with the best APDS AP ammo I have and the ATGM missile, simply because I don't run this a lot for high explosive because I'm mainly focusing on Player-vs-Enviroment, and if I cannot either penetrate or do damage with the missiles or the autocannon, I simply need to get into hardcover or relocate in order to get flanking fire on to hit them weak spots or swap targets. Alright, I hope that was all. I hope you got some good news out of that, some good info. Let's take this baby for a test drive. It's gonna be rather awesome, which is gonna be good for what we're doing. If you have any questions about this build, guys, go ahead and comment below. Comment on the website or wherever you are in the social media universe. Just go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe it. If there's also something you don't agree with in the way I run this build, then of course comment, but more importantly, comment of why you think that way. I'm always up for improving and learning and basically being able to dish out more damage in armored warfare. So it seems we get Kodiak instead. I'm gonna compete on the damage with a Draco. So my goal that I set for myself here is that I will do my best to try and do more damage than the Draco, or at least be somewhere in the ballpark with it. I know there's a lot of grief amongst the Draco. There's a lot of people being upset about it, that the Draco is overpowered, they steal all the damage, and so on and so forth. I just like to see that, okay, challenge accepted, and I will simply need to play better than the Draco and get more damage in. So on Kodiak we're gonna have artillery spawning over here, which basically gonna rain a lot of metal left on us and attrition our armor. The safest place to counter that is on the right side here of this warehouse where we'll be going. You will be exposed from tanks coming from here, but I'd rather be exposed to the tanks because those I can shoot versus just standing out here taking damage needlessly. So let's get it on. You see this excellent. And here is the warehouse I talked about. Here's the corner, so I'm just going to there you see this awesome rate of fire going. now I'm completely Alright, I ran out of Atacant fire, now I'm going for the missiles. Goes good for the secondary, so I'll do that. So I'm going to run the 2-3 line. Worst accuracy, how they stack, how close and tight the circle I have, compared to the rate of fire, makes this actually really, really fun to play. There you see how I swap targets with flexible missiles, quite nice. You get most of the, if not all of the 40 round clip on target on the Terminator 2 at distance. I just love it. Looking at the scoreboard, 9,500 damage dealt already, and that's the top of the team. Wins for here. Shelter again is great. Got hit hard from the left, was the Thunderbolt backing into cover. nice rate of fire. Since the rate of fire is high, I end up getting damage than the kill, but it's one of the advantages of being able to finish off tanks quickly. Now, since we're sorting out the damage it also helps to kill softer targets faster, which again improves your skill. There we go, I just took 1400 points of damage and changed off of that T14. So with this build, basically what it comes down to is knowing where to shoot and do the most with your opportunity that you have. And there we go, 22,000 points of damage now. I am competing with the Drake so far. And I am on the wrong side. That Drake part. That's the way to before the Drake gets to me. Get all of it, but I'm not sure that the Draco didn't get all of it. And that was that. So that's basically how I run my BMPT-72 Player-vs-Enviroment rate of fire build. Now, depending on how often you get ammo racked or if you're on PvP, you might want to change the armor retrofit into something that protects your ammo rack more, while at the same time buffing your hit points. So let's wait for the scoreboard and see how we did. Gold supply crate, blue star, shooter, and teamwork. Didn't get so much spot damage, but the spot damage is at 16 spots, which is nice, combined with my damage. Let's see here. Most damage dealt, so I beat the Draco. And I also had 4,254 in base rep points. All in all, this was a pretty sweet round. If you have any questions about this build, comments, concerns, please like, subscribe it, and check out our website, gameswegame.com. And if you disagree with how I kitted this Terminator, like I said, post it up, explain why, and who knows, maybe that will make it into my next build of this BMPT-72 Terminator. That was all. Keep blowing up enemy tanks and have a blast.